Hi guys, welcome to lesson 16 of how to play great boogie woogie piano. And in the last lesson we were looking at that kind of chunky left hand Albert Hammond style riff, and I want to kind of just add something to it. When you're playing the left hand, it's often good to have quite a floppy left hand, because kind of a lot of, I notice with beginners and even intermediate players, when you tense up, you kind of lose the swing and you lose the feel. So when you come over here, I don't often talk about sort of specific techniques, but when you're playing the left hand, I want you to keep your hand really, really loose. If you tense it up, you know, perhaps for some sort of classical music that might be better, but when you're doing the boogie, I want you to see, you know, keep your hand really, really floppy, and I want you to play it like this. I'll do the same left hand, but I want you to, in this lesson, the concept of having it floppy and loose. Can you say that, camera person? Floppy.
I'd rather not. Oh.
Floppy and loose.
You say it, Dr.
Well, those are the two key words for this lesson. Floppy and loose.
Floppy and loose.
Can you make a poem about floppy and loose?
Once upon a time I was floppy and loose, and then I met a big fat moose.
Okay, you're rolling.
And then he ate an enormous goose.
Yes. Last line.
I'll never be again floppy and loose.
Well done. So floppy and loose. Here we go. See, look, I'm floppy and loose. See how I'm flopping? I'm not doing this like, oh, I've got to play the right note. Oh, I'm tensing up. Oh, it's got to be. No, I'm floppy and loose, man. Floppy and loose. You know, even if you get a little kind of note you shouldn't get in there, that'll add to the authenticity of the sound. I mean, playing a bum note, but just make it floppy and loose. So you don't want to go, oh, I've got to play the right note. Oh. I'm over-exaggerating, obviously, but ooh, I've got it, ooh. You know, that's completely what you don't want to do, and it's often what people fall into when they're really trying too hard to get the right. So floppy and loose. You know, floppy. To another left hand. So are you tensing up when you're playing? You know, obviously if you're too relaxed, that's no good either. So it's hitting that golden mean, and I think people tend to, when they're learning boogie, to err on the side of actually being too tensed up and too kind of stiff when they're playing. You want to loosen it a little bit, particularly when you're doing a demanding left hand, because that's the way you're going to get the swing. So are you tensing up when you're playing too much? You know, if you are, you're going to kind of dilute the kind of bounciness and the swing of the music. So make sure that you're floppy and loose, particularly when you're doing that demanding left hand, you know? If it's all really tense, then your boogie will kind of won't bounce.
If you're not floppy and loose, a bad music you will produce, and then you'll have to drink some jungle juice.
What's jungle juice?
I don't know, actually. Is it alcohol? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks, camera person. Camera person is in the muses have inspired camera person this morning. Would you like to finish with a?
No, I don't want to finish with a poem. Thank
Okay.
you. I've said enough now.
Okay. Have you been on the jungle juice?
No, I don't drink it. Thank
Okay,
you.
no problem. All right, as always, have you got your Boogie Woogie sheet music? The downloadable. You know we have a website where we've got all our wonderful Boogie Woogie sheet music for all the possible Boogie Woogie music you can ever need. Wonderful transcriptions that we designed to help you, Dr. K subscribers, on your Boogie Woogie journey. So do visit our website, www www.badassboogie.com, the Badass Boogie store, where all the Boogie Woogie sheet music of your dreams is there waiting for you to be downloaded as a PDF download for all these lessons and all the classic Boogie solos in wonderful sheet music to help you become the Badass Pro you were always meant to be. So do visit www.badassboogie.com, have a look around there. There's some free music samples and all kinds of stuff there. Visit the Dr. K community Facebook page. If you go to which is it that way on the Facebook page?
Yes.
If you look on the YouTube art, if you're looking at this on the main YouTube page on our YouTube art, you'll see a couple of Facebook icons. And one of them is my Facebook page, and the other one is the Dr. K Boogie Community Facebook page. And it's got all sorts of stuff there, all videos we haven't got on this page. The Dr. K Boogie Community page on Facebook. While you're there, click that like button, share these lessons, leave your questions and comments, and I look forward to talking with you and perhaps meeting with you at the Dr. K coaching sessions in London very
soon.
Well said, camera person. You're in top form today.
I am indeed.
The muses have spoken.
They have.